ZFold 2 5G? Frankie Tech, you son of a... Hi guys, it's Frankie from Frankie Tech. Good to see you guys again. And why am I laughing hysterically, guys? Because here it is, the ZFold 2 5G on Frankie Tech. Yes, I did it. And honestly, guys, I'm still in disbelief. And I got this device for just around 14,800 Hong Kong dollars. And yes, I did sell some phones to get this device. Rest in peace, iPhone SE, and a number of older phones of my Xiaomi and Android collection. But hopefully it's all for naught, and I get a chance to finally check out this ZFold 2 5G. And I just want to show you guys the version that I got. It's the Mystic Bronze, 12 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage. So just going to unbox this, share my initial impressions, and then we'll go down the laundry list after 24 hours of use for this device. So let's have a look. And so now let's do it here on Frankie Tech. There we go. And I've seen this done by other people, but now I get to do it for myself. Here we go. There it is. Change the shape of the future. The Galaxy ZFold 2 5G. And I gotta just soak this in, guys. Just gotta soak it in for a second. And there's the Galaxy ZFold 2 with all of the care instructions. But man, initial impressions, this thing is looking absolutely stellar. And let's see if there really isn't much that they put in the box. So here we see the Galaxy Z Premier Service. So I do have the Galaxy Z Concierge, a 1-year Care Plus protection, which should come with display protection for any damages that occur in the first year of use. And let's see what we have here. We have the classic super fast charging Samsung brick. Looks to be 25 watt right there. And we do have our USB-A to USB-C charging cable. And last but not least, we have the AKG earbuds. And what do we not have though this year? Like we did on the OG Fold, we don't have Galaxy Buds inside the box. But that's all right because I still have the original Galaxy Buds that came with my Fold 1. And so let's go ahead and put them in here just for fun. I'm going to pretend like they came included. What's this? Oh man, look at these amazing Galaxy Buds that came included inside the box. Thanks so much, Samsung. I really do appreciate it. So yes, guys, you don't get as many perks in the box as you do with the original Fold, but I think the most egregious thing that they've left out, let me double check. Yep, I see it there. There's no case that comes included with the Galaxy Z Fold 2. We've got our SIM ejector tool that's in there, but there's no case whatsoever. And that, to be honest, is a little bit surprising considering how fragile a device this Galaxy Z Fold 2 is. Samsung, what were you thinking? You need to include a case for such an expensive device. And frankly, that is just absolutely shocking that they did not include a case for this Z Fold 2. Looking at the care instructions, and these will obviously walk you through how you're supposed to use this device. And it is recommended that you do not remove the screen protector, but I've seen a lot of videos of YouTubers doing just that. So I'll definitely have to wait and see if I can live with the screen protector or if I end up removing it as well. And so here we go, guys, tearing off the plastic of the Z Fold 2. Oh yeah, there we go. Ooh. Oh man, that felt good. And there it is, the Galaxy Z Fold 2. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on now. Z Fold 2 5G. Powered by Android, and coming to 6:30 p.m. here, guys, so it's getting dark. But even in this lighting, what a stunning looking device. And initial impressions, it's everything that it was claimed to be in terms of build quality. Look at this display. Mamma mia is the only thing I can think of saying right about now. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up and then just share initial impressions, but we'll come back for the full kind of rundown tomorrow. And there it is, guys, the Galaxy Z Fold 2 completely set up. And honestly, guys, it's like coming back to a familiar friend, but it's almost as if your familiar friend went on a diet, got a high-paying job, got a new penthouse condo. He stepped it up. That's the Z Fold 2 for me. I can already tell, guys, I'm going to love this device as much as I did the original Fold 1, but with my biggest problem with that phone having been the small front display. So now let's go ahead and do it and fold this device for the first time. Here we go. Here we go. And wow, that hinge is something else. And there we are on the cover display of the Galaxy Z Fold 2. Incredible. Wow, this is just, I am at a loss for words, guys, because I remember what a challenge it was typing on the original Fold 1's cover display. And let's try to type now something real quick. So guys, the initial impressions of typing is that it does feel a little bit larger. It's still a small typing experience, and beyond that, this is just so much more a usable display than the one that was originally on the Fold 1, and which was my biggest reason for eventually selling and moving on from that phone. So that's it guys for the initial impressions, and obviously I will come back with a full rundown of this device and share my 24-hour impressions once I've spent a bit more time with this Galaxy Z Fold 2. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm back after a day of use of this Galaxy Z Fold 2, and what can I say that you already don't know? This is easily the gold standard of foldable technology in 2020. From this absolutely gorgeous Mystic Bronze design, yes, the camera module does come out quite a bit, but it is just so well built. A big part of that is the new hinge. It just feels really fantastic, so much more rigid than the original Fold 1, but it is a pretty hefty device at 282 grams, 16.8 millimeters when it's completely folded up, but then it comes out to just 6.9 millimeters when it's open like this. My wife definitely did notice the extra weight, and she did comment that this type of device would get tiring to use after a bit of time. But despite the weight, once you have it in tablet mode, I think it's very well distributed, and it's all to make room for this gorgeous 7.6-inch foldable dynamic AMOLED 2x capacitive touchscreen, which is HDR10 capable, and obviously the main spec of this phone is that 120Hz refresh rate, which is incredible. Now I will say it is a little jarring going from the 120Hz on the inside to then the 60Hz display on the outside. Now I'm sure in the 3rd gen version of this Fold 2, we will see 120Hz here on the outside. But just a little nitpick there, it is a bit jarring to make that switch, and that will just make you want to use the foldable display even more. But guys, what can I tell you? It is a stunning display. Yes, the punch hole is a little bit larger than I would have liked. In renders, it actually looked a bit smaller, but despite that, guys, you have minimal bezels all around. It is a flat display too, and when you're watching content or playing games, it is a very immersive display. Obviously, being the aspect ratio it is, you're always going to have black bars, top and bottom, on any kind of 16:9 aspect ratio video, but that's a small nitpick to what is otherwise one of the best viewing experiences for content on any phone this year. And now guys, in terms of battery, I've just started using this device, but I can assure you with a 4,500 mAh capacity, this Fold 2 should have excellent battery life just like the Fold 1 did, and it easily lasted me from a day to a day and a half of use. And the built-in 25-watt fast charging should make for a pretty quick charge. It's not going to be to the level of any of the super fast chargers we see like on the Mi 10 Ultra, but it's still a solid spec for this device. And in case you were wondering, DRM Info, yes, L1 out of the box. All of Samsung's devices are practically L1, so it's an L1 party here on the Galaxy Z Fold 2. And with a Snapdragon 865 Plus powering it all, 12 gigs of RAM, 512 gigs of storage. These are terrific scores, and let's face it guys, for the price of this phone, it had better have the best specs that you can get on any device. And that luckily is the case here on this Galaxy Z Fold 2. Super zippy, super responsive. Performance is a non-issue on this phone. And now quick audio speaker test, dual speakers on this Galaxy Z Fold 2, and let's see if they are as good as the ones that we heard on the original Fold 1, which were some of the best speakers I'd ever tested at that time. Let me point the mic forward, let's have a listen. What can I say, guys? And there's only one way to say this. Pardon my French, but holy shit. And I can easily say now, without reservations, that these are the best speakers on any phone that I've tested, and that includes the Mate 20X, that includes the Mi 10 Pro. These speakers sound as good as the ones on the iPad Pro 11-inch, and I think surpass even some of the speakers you hear on laptops. They are that good. And as you can see there, at the bottom here and at the top, full speaker grills on this Galaxy Z Fold 2. It is easily one of my favorite aspects of initial use of this phone. And in terms of fingerprint scanners and vibration motors, pretty solid on this device. Side-mounted fingerprint scanner on the Galaxy Z Fold 2, and it works pretty well, pretty fast and responsive as you can see. Now, my same gripe though for these side-mounted fingerprint scanners as on the Poco X3 NFC. The placement of these, it just isn't as good as if it was in a central location like on most phones. But the vibration motor is excellent, as good as any of the top Samsung phones, and it's up there with the iPhone 11 Pro Max as one of the better haptic engines on the market. And I hadn't mentioned it before, guys, but there you can see the crease, and that is just one of those unique aspects of this device. But from the crease to the hinge, I think that is one of the major improvements of this Galaxy Z Fold 2. The hinge is just so much more sturdy, and as you know, you can leave it at many different angles to use, and the hinge will allow a number of different features, especially flex mode, which I want to show you guys here in the camera app. Once you fold up the display, it will go into this kind of flex mode, and you can actually record video just like this with all of your settings here at the bottom, allowing your viewfinder to capture the full video. But there you see, guys, you can make a full video in this mode, and it almost serves as a tripod in this way, which I think is a very cool feature, and I can't wait to try out this flex mode in a lot of the other apps, like in Duo, like in the Gallery app, and many more. All in all, guys, you're here for the Fold, and the reason why you would get this phone is to be able to close this up and use the 6.23-inch covered display on the go, and then once you're ready to kind of immerse yourself in your content, switch over to this gorgeous 7.6-inch display. I mean, this is a phone and a tablet combined, but there are limitations, obviously, to the technology, and so things like the crease, you're still going to see. It's a non-issue for me. Even from the original Fold 1, I got very used to it, and the hinge just being so much better built is going to make this phone, I think, a lot more durable, and while this phone is not waterproof, I think it should withstand daily use pretty well. And talking about cameras, we have a triple camera setup here on the back of the Galaxy Z Fold 2, triple 12 megapixels, wide, telephoto, and ultra wide, with 2x optical zoom and 4K 60 FPS video capable as well. Now, this is definitely the part, guys, that I have not tested the most of this Galaxy Z Fold 2, but from all the other videos I've watched, the camera quality is up there with the Galaxy S20 series, and from the few initial shots I've taken, it's not top of the line flagship level like the Mi 10 Ultra, the iPhone 11 Pro Max, but I think you'll still capture great images with this device. And you also have two selfie cameras, one on the inside here, 10 megapixels, as well as the front 10 megapixel selfie camera. But one of the best experiences, like the Fold 1, this Z Fold 2 has just an incredible sized viewfinder, so you really are going to be able to capture great images and have great previews of these images. I mean, look at that. It almost looks like BB-8 is standing right there. That is just such a cool effect, but I do need to test these cameras out further, so I'll come back in a later video to share my full camera samples with this Galaxy Z Fold 2. But it wouldn't be a Frankie Tech video without some gaming, so here I bring you Call of Duty on the Galaxy Z Fold 2, and here you see graphic quality set to very high, max frame rate, guys, and let's get started. Here we go. And the Adreno 650 is going to have no issues. Take that. Oh yeah. Guys, I'm so distracted playing on this phone, just marveling at the display quality and how immersive it is. Here we go. There we go. Take that. Booyah! There we go. If you ever have a chance to play any game or just do any kind of like immersive content on a Galaxy Z Fold 2, it is truly an experience like no other. There we go. Take that. Oh yeah, there we go. And I think that's it. Victory for the Special Forces. Oh man, I'm floored, guys. And I haven't had this much fun playing on a mobile device since the Galaxy Fold 1. Just an amazing gaming experience here on the Galaxy Z Fold 2. So that's it for this video and my final initial verdict, guys, because it is initial here after only 24 hours of use. The Galaxy Z Fold 2 is an incredible device. It's everything that I hoped the Galaxy Fold 1 would have been, and they did improve in all the key areas that I had issues with, like the higher refresh rate, a larger cover display, and the speakers are just incredible. Besides being a foldable device and having that unique feature, this is also just an incredible phone. And really, I'm just scratching the surface on this device after 24 hours of use, but I do want to say one thing. Given the price of this phone and given certain aspects of it, the weight, the cover display, while great, is still pretty cramped, I would say, to type on. And of course, this device isn't waterproof. It is going to be a lot more fragile than most typical devices. Sure, you're going to see a bunch of people on YouTube saying that my Z Fold 2, I've used it for months and it's never had a scratch, but there will be many more people who won't feel that way. And if you spent $2,000 on a device, Sammy, what were you thinking? not including a case in the box. And I've read a number of reviews and publications saying that this is like a paradigm shift, that this is like the second coming or something. It is not, guys. It's still just a phone. It's a terrific phone, don't get me wrong, but I really don't think you need to feel FOMO from watching a lot of these publications and reviewers telling you that you need this phone. You don't need this phone, guys. It is a terrific device, but it is not for everyone. And given the price tag of this phone coming in at $2,000, it is automatically in luxury device kind of positioning here. And I think that's going to be the case for these Samsung foldables for the next couple of years. But once this Fold 2 gets into the sub $1,500, even $1,000 price range, then I think it's going to be a much more interesting question whether you want to pick up one of these foldables and try it out. See if it actually works with your kind of use case scenario of using phones. But until then, guys, I think most of you will probably not be getting this device, but for hardcore tech enthusiasts like myself, I'm so glad to have a chance to check out this Galaxy Z Fold 2. I will be using it as my daily driver, just like I did the Fold 1, and hopefully with the improvements they've made from Gen 1, I will be using this phone for quite some time. But hit me up in the comments. What are your thoughts on this Galaxy Z Fold 2? And do you think this represents the pinnacle of foldable tech? Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. And that's it for this video. If you liked it, give me that thumbs up. And if you love the content of Frankie Tech, subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon for future updates. And if you wanted to see other comparisons with this phone and other flagships like, say, the Mi 10 Ultra, do let me know as well. So that's it. And this is where I leave you by saying, this is Frankie Tech signing off. Have a good one.